Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurti. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranashakshasrotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarod Anirakaranamastva Nirakaranam me astu Tadatmani Nirate Yaupanishatsu Dharmaste Mei Santu Te Mei Santu. O Shanti Shanti Shanti. Passage 48. Tadyatra etat suptaha Samastaha Samprasannaha Swapnam na vijanati Esha atmeti hovacha Etadamritam Abhayam Etad brahmeti Saha Shantardaya Prabhavraja Saha Aprapya eva devan Etad bhayam dadarsha Naha khalu ayamevam samprati Atmanam janati ayamahamasmiti No eva imani bhutani Vinasham eva apito bhavati Nahamatra bhogyam pashyamiti. So Prajapati said in the last alternative to Indra, Yatra etat suptaha samastaha samprasannaha. Etat suptaha, when this one is asleep. How is he asleep? Because sleep is twofold. One is dream, other is deep sleep. Therefore, distinguishing deep sleep from the dream, samastaha, when all his organs withdrawn, samprasannaha, and is tranquil. In dream, a person is not generally tranquil. In the deep sleep, person is tranquil because all the causes or all the factors causing any agitation in the mind are all absent in the deep sleep state. Because in deep sleep, I am not in contact with anything not with the external world, nor with my projected internal world. It is the contact with the world other than myself that can likely cause reaction in me of likes and dislikes. And that is what can cause happiness, unhappiness in me. And therefore, those factors that trigger happiness or unhappiness in me, trigger ragadveshas in me, those factors, namely, contact with the outside world is not there in deep sleep. Therefore, I remain abiding in my own nature. Samprasanna, to be pleased, to be happy is my essential nature. If I am not in any way provoked to react, although the potential of provocation is in me, that's called the vasana, they are in me. The potential of being provoked is in me. That's the reason why the world is able to provoke me. It is possible, of course, for me to make myself free from all those things that can provoke. That is how, while describing the wise person, Lord Krishna says, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan. When one becomes free from all the desires, means ragadveshas in the mind. So when there are these attachments, aversions in me, that is when I become vulnerable. That is when someone can push my buttons. That is when I become dependent or helpless. That is called the bondage. And thus, by getting rid of these attachments and aversions from me, and I can get rid of them because they are not inherent in me. The ragadveshas are not my nature. They are only incidental. They are intruders in my mind. And therefore, it is possible to get rid of them. Now, it is rather difficult to do that while I am awake and therefore interacting with the world. It's difficult even in the dream where again I have created my own world and similar experiences are there. The deep sleep state, samastaha, when all the sense organs are withdrawn, organs of perception with which I am in contact with the world, and even when I am not in contact with the world, it's quite likely that I can create my own world through my mind, so the mind also is withdrawn. Therefore, I am totally free from any association with the external gross world or the subtle world created by my own mind in a dream. Samprasanna, swapnam navijanati. He does not dream, does not project. That means that he abides in his own nature. So this is a saving grace in our life. That it is by Ishvara's grace that we are able to enjoy the state of deep sleep, where without our effort we become free from all the disturbing factors, free from all sukha dukkha, and abide in our own nature of happiness. Although I guess that also a result of good karma. Sleep also must be a result of good karma because it doesn't always come, So, but anyway, so samprasanna, swapnam navijanati, he no more dreams, meaning that the projecting mind is no more there, that is also sleeping. Someone asked me, Swami, who sleeps? It's very interesting. Who sleeps? I said, one who is awake, that is the one who sleeps. Who is awake? Who is awake? Who is dreaming? Who is sleeping? Not Atma. It is the ahankara, the I thought, the ahankara. Who is ahankara? Atma, identified with the body-mind complex, is called ahankara. Atma is called ahankara. But Atma is called ahankara, individual self, or Atma feels a sense of individuality. But what Atma means, the one that is all pervasive, Apnoti iti Atma. Atma means one that is all pervasive, that is limitless. But then feels a sense of limitedness because of taking the body-mind complex as a self. And therefore, I or the self as though become as limited as the body, as limited as the mind. We are as limited as what we are identified with. Like sometimes watching a movie, and sometimes movie is very absorbing and people get absorbed and become one with that. So in this theatre, which is air-conditioned theatre, very push-back seats are there, people are very comfortably sitting there with the Coca-Cola and with that in their hand. And I find this person in the neighboring seat crying. So what happened? He said, my wife has left him, but his wife is right beside him. But he's so identified with what's happening there that he is feeling the pain of his wife leaving him. This is called identification. When I become someone other than who I am. I as though become. So similarly, the identification of the body makes me feel that I am a limited entity. That sense of limitation goes away, and therefore, samprasanna swapnam na vijanate esha atma iti hovacha. So the teacher Prajapati is progressively giving the upadesha of the esha akshini purusha, the waker is the atma. Swapne mahiyamanas the dreamer is the Atma. Suptaha samastaha samprasana, the deep sleeper is the Atma. In each case, Indra takes them literally. And therefore he has problem. How can the waker be Atma? How can the dreamer be Atma? Dreamer also cannot be Atma because this fellow is sometimes crying, sometimes attacked, sometimes even killed. How can he be Atma? And if there is Atma, what's the big deal about knowing that self? And so then finally Prajapati says the deep sleeper is Atma. In each case, Prajapati intended to only say the lakshyartha or implied meaning, not the immediate meaning. Not the waker, but what the true nature of the waker is. See, waker is not our nature. Dreamer is not our nature. So even when Prajapati says that waker is Atma, is not totally wrong. Because that I am a waker is a notion that I am entertaining right now, that I am a waker. Even that I am a speaker, also a notion I am entertaining. What do you mean, Swami? Then who is speaking? If you are not speaking, then who is speaking? Vadan vak, pashyan chakshuhu, shrunun shotram. The Upanishad describes that Ishvara created this beautiful upadhi consisting of the body, mind, sense organs. And then he entered. Because he thought, what's the use of this whole beautiful equipment without me? This is all infrastructure is created. But there must be someone to use that infrastructure. What will the poor eyes do if there is no one to enjoy the colors and forms? The enjoy is required. With the means of enjoyment, objects of enjoyment are created. Shabda sparsha. The objects of the world. The means of enjoyment are created. The organs of perception. Now if there is no one to enjoy, what's the use of all that infrastructure? So Ishvara says, God says, let me enter. Then only all this creation will become meaningful. So he enters. He enters to enjoy. But some catch happens there. What happens? It is like an actor entering a costume. an actor who is a multimillionaire, a very wealthy person, enters the costume of beggar, and then what happens? Unfortunately, he starts saying, I am the beggar. So the problem is his notion, I am the beggar. How can that happen, Swamiji? It can happen. This fellow, well, depends as to what is in his mind at that time. In our words of Puja Swamiji, he had one too much light. You know what is light? People in India may not know, but light. So that is why this fellow, while he is driving, he says too many lights, The traffic light may be one, but he may see many red lights or many green lights, because he has too many lights inside. That was his way of saying. Meaning that it is likely that one may take oneself to be a real beggar when he is wearing the costume. Whether it happens in real life or not, it has happened here for sure, that Bhagavan has put on this costume and looks at, this is what they do. They wear the costume, then before coming to the stage, there is a big mirror in which this actor looks at himself. How do I look? Then he sees a beggar in there. He says, I am a beggar. So Bhagavan also thinks that I am such and such. So therefore, even though the teacher, Prajapati, says the waker is the Atma, the dreamer is the Atma, the sleeper is the Atma, what is meant is the one who entertains the notion that I am a waker. The same entity then entertains notion that I am a dreamer when he changes his costume. Or it's like in winter, let's say, even in Rushikesh it gets pretty cold. Swami, I have many layers when I go out. And it gets very cold here. Sometimes winter in Rushikesh is harder than winter in New York, really. Because in New York, the homes are all very comfortably heated. Cars are heated. Every space is heated. Nothing is heated here. And very often, the rooms get old, the houses get old, so the doors don't quite shut and there are cracks in there and then there are gusts of wind. So sometimes Rishikesh is colder than New York. And so you wear several layers and you come home and take out one by one. So that's what Atma does. One by one layers he removes. While he is working, interacting with the world, he has 3 layers. He has gross body, subtle body, causal body. And the costume of gross body is given up. Man, he is dreaming. Subtle body is given up when he is sleeping. Causal body is given up when he knows his true self. So that is what Prajapati wishes to teach. So this dreamer, when he does not know anything, deep sleeper, that sleeper is Atma. Abhayam, Amrutam, Etad Brahma iti. He thinks he understood. He went away, Etad Bhayam Dadarsha. But then he realized the sleeper is Atma. Na khaloam evam sampati atmanam janati. This deep sleeper does not know himself. He doesn't know who he is. Anybody can tell me how come we do not know anything in deep sleep? See, consciousness is our nature, understand? So Buddhas think that there is no consciousness in deep sleep. Buddhas think that there is no consciousness, there is no existence in deep sleep, therefore they think that non-existence is the reality. Because deep sleep is a causal state. And depending on how you understand deep sleep, you understand the cause of the creation. If you think that in deep sleep there is no awareness, there is no existence, there is nothing, then they conclude that non-existence is the cause of the creation. But is it possible that I cease to exist in deep sleep? How? I am not in deep sleep. Is it possible? If I cease to exist in deep sleep, how can I wake up in the morning? I must be there. But Swami, if I am there, how come I don't know? In deep sleep state, I am there. Otherwise we could not have woken up, isn't it, in the morning? So that we know we have to say that in deep sleep also I exist. If I exist, then how come I do not know that I exist? Because conscious is my nature, understand? So I will not be conscious in deep sleep state. In the evening they ask me questions. So that is consciousness is my nature. It is true. But then in the waking state, I am consciousness and conscious of things. Because we require the sense organs and mind to be conscious of things. You require the organ of hearing to be conscious of these words that are spoken. I should be possessed of the eyes to be conscious of the forms and colors in front of me. To be conscious is one thing, to be conscious of something is another thing. For that we require sense organs and mind. But in dream state we don't have sense organs, do we? When we withdraw from sense organ, that is called dream state. Anyway, that's all right. So, because then the main topic will be. But in deep sleep state, it is not that I cease to exist. In deep sleep state, it's not that I am not consciousness, but I am not conscious of something in deep sleep state. Because to be conscious of something, I require a mind. At least. To be conscious of this world, objects, I require sense organs also. In the waking state, but in deep sleep, in dream state, at least I require a mind to be conscious of the objects created by the mind. In deep sleep state, those things are not there. So I am conscious but not conscious of something. And so Indra thought, Naha khalu ayameva samprati atmanam janati. He doesn't know himself. Ayam hasmiti. So how do you say that I am? Indra was thinking. That right now, how do I say that I am in the waking state? That I am conscious of myself. I am aham asmi. I am so and so. How do I say right now that I am conscious? Because I am conscious that I am so and so. I am Swami so and so. In deep sleep state, I am not conscious. I am Swami so and so. The Indra thought that if I do not know I am so and so, then I am not there. Indra concluded that in deep sleep state, I don't have this specific knowledge that I am so and so, therefore this fellow is not there. Na khalu ayam evam samprati atmanam janati I am ahamasmiti. No imani bhutani. Then he doesn't know anything other than himself also. Vinashameva apito bhavati. Therefore, in deep sleep state, this fellow is gone. Vinasham. Meaning that he has suffered extinction. In deep sleep state, Atma is not there. That seems to be experience, is not so? What's the proof that I am? When I am aware that I am so and so, is it not so? What's the proof that I am? When I say I am so and so. In deep sleep, he doesn't know I am so and so. Thank God also. Because every moment I am conscious I am so and so, I am miserable. Or at least I am so and so is the potential of all the misery, put it this way. Why is it so? Because I am so and so means I am limited, understand? I am Swami, I am a human being, I am father, I am king, I am wealthy, whatever I am. Moment I attach something to I am, the I am becomes limited. I am by itself is limitless, I am. Swami, you may be brave, we are not there, you are also I am. Everybody is I am. Tell me, what's the height of I am? I am just. The I am has a height, or weight, or length, or breadth. Because I also say I am, you also I am, a mosquito also says I am. What is I am? I am is totally devoid of any attributes. It is nirvishesha. I am, because everybody uses the word, the expression I am, I am, I am, I am. Is it not so? Without exception. When you add something to I am, then it becomes qualified. I am man, woman, and this, that. That poor I am suffers. By itself, I am is wonderful. I am is limited by itself. Understand this. If we simply confine ourselves to I am, there would be no problem. What we do is, I am a human being. I am a man. I am a woman. I am father. I am. Moment we attach some tail to that I am becomes limited. Even when I say I am an emperor, I am a sovereign. What is a sovereign? Still limited entity. Therefore, by attaching something, I think that I am becoming great by attaching something to I am, that I am a wealthy person, I am a powerful person, I am a sovereign. I feel proud. Not realizing that by attaching something to I am, I have managed to limit this I am. By itself, the I am has no dimension. Therefore, by itself, I am is limitless. So who am I? I am. That sound it's not interesting. It's not, not exciting. That's all am I. That is the essential nature of myself and yourself and anything, any living being. I am. So it doesn't sound exciting. That's what the wise person knows himself as I am. Meaning that his knowledge of himself becomes so simple. Formerly I am great and I am wise also, he doesn't add. He doesn't say I am wise. What does he say? I am. He may say for Vyavahara, interaction, he may say I am so and so. Within himself, what does he say? I am. So I am looks like to Indra was confused that this I am doesn't know himself as so and so because the so and so has gone away. To know myself so and so, this body should be there. The mind should be there. The personalities should be there. When I am attached that with myself, then I am so and so. When there is not there, in deep sleep, the I am does not get extinguished. And the deep I am does not disappear. So and so goes away. You follow? In deep sleep, what happens is I am does not go away. So and so goes away. Why so and so? So and so is that which limits I am. Although we pride ourselves in claiming I am such and such, not realizing that by doing that I am only limiting I am, myself. See, the world thinks that success is in declaring I am so and so. I am greater than you. I am smarter than you. I am more intelligent than you. You feel proud? But when we add something to I am, you know what we are doing? We are limiting that I am. So what's the difference between I am is limitless and I say I am a sovereign, that moment I limit, what's the distance between limited and limitless? Limitless distance. So limitless is making himself limited, insignificant. Therefore we suffer from a sense of insignificance. Moment we attach something, I am, to I am. Fortunately in deep sleep state that goes away. By Ishvara's grace, at that time I no more attach anything to I am, because what I can attach with this body, I am no more aware, and therefore I don't attach anything. Indra thought that I am not there because I am there only when I think I am so and so. He says, Sampati Atmanam na janati ayam asmiti. I am this, I am. I am so and so. He does not know. Where? In deep sleep state. Therefore he is not there. You seem to agree with Indra, looks like. From expression, looks like everybody thinks that Indra is right. Yes, Swami, I am not there because I don't know in deep sleep I am so and so. The so and so is not there, I am very much there. The so and so is what divides you from me and me from you. By attaching so and so, we become limited and free, different from everybody else. That so and so divides me from everything. So, the moment I attach so and so, however great that so and so may be, I become limited, I become different, divided from others. Vedanta teaches that is the cause of our sorrow. The I am is not the cause of sorrow. So and so is not the cause of sorrow. I am so and so, understand? World is not the cause of sorrow. Body is not the cause of sorrow. Mind is not the cause of sorrow. Oh, so you don't know my mind, regardless of what the mind is. If you knew what my mind is, you would not say that. No, mind is not the cause of sorrow. What's the cause of sorrow? I am the mind. That is the cause of sorrow. Body is not the cause of sorrow. I am the body. That is all that Vedanta teaches. That's all the distance we have to create. That's all. We need not get rid of the body. Need not get rid of anything. Need not change anything. All we need to do is to create distance between body and the self, which is there, which I have myself lumped together. So Indra thought that in deep sleep, this one doesn't know I am so and so. So he's not there. Atma is not there. No imani bhutani, he doesn't know himself, he does not know anything other than himself, he doesn't know the world. Vinashameva apito bhavati. So Indra thought that in deep sleep state, this Atma attains vinasham. He is destroyed. So this is a possible conclusion. Is it not so? Not Indra is not so stupid. About waker, his knowledge is correct. But dreamer, that he cries and this and that, his knowledge is correct. But sleeper also, his knowledge is correct. The problem is, I am the waker, I am the dreamer, I am sleeper. That is where the problem is. But Indra says that, hey, this body starts it is running nose, and then the hand is cut off, and this is all true. But to think that Atma is running nose and Atma's hand is cut off, now that is where the problem is. Theoretically, even if the hand is cut off, they talk of the Mahatmas who are so abiding in the true nature of themselves that it doesn't matter to them. In Bhagavad Gita also says, Dukkhena gunapena vichalyate in the 6th chapter. That one who abides in the self is not vichalyate, not shaken up even by tremendous pain. Shankaracharya says that even does not by any pain of body, but that's the ideal. But here, so coming back to Indra, he concluded that there is no self in deep sleep state. Why? Because he does not know I am so and so. He does not know anything other than himself, and he does not know I am so and so. Therefore he is not there. So what's the test of my being there? When I am aware of the world, or when I am aware of myself, when there is not there, in deep sleep state, I am not there. Atma is not there. Nahamatra bhogyam pashyamiti. I see no good in knowing Atma, the sleeper, as Atma. So this is his right. So he does think. He doesn't think right away when he is taught by Prajapati. He must be in the awe of Prajapati. Yeah, you're right, that's true. When he then turns away from the Guru and is on his own, that's when he starts deliberating upon the statements of the teacher. So this is what is to be done. That we have to deliberate upon the statements of the teacher. That is why Prajapati made a statement that these fellows are going away from me. Whoever is there among devatas and asuras who do not know, who know themselves in this manner that body is Atma, those who do not know or who take body as Atma, they will be destroyed. So that statement he made for the general world. And so Indra came back. Nahamatra bhogyam pashyami. He says, no, knowing Atma is sleeper. I say, no purpose, no point. I see no benefit in knowing that as Atma. So since Indra's concern was that in deep sleep Atma is not there, that Atma, he gets lost. Atma gets lost. Vinashameva apito bhavati. He gets lost, he is destroyed. He ceases to exist. So from that point Prajapati takes now. So next passage that we read is in connection with what Indra said at the end. Vinashameva apito bhavati, that Atma suffers from death or destruction. Atmani vinashitvadi pratitehe upadhigatvat Svata Atma Amrut Abhayadi Rupa Shuddha Devaktum. So now Indra must be told, yes, something dies. What dies? Atmani Vinashitvadi. That to feel that Atma is dead in the deep sleep state, in a way that it is plausible. Upadhigatvad. What dies there is Upadhi. Dies meaning that Upadhi is no existence in deep sleep state. In deep sleep, the body has no existence. The sense organs have no existence. The mind has no existence. What do you mean, Swamiji? He is sleeping, we see him. In deep sleep, the body has no existence, but we see him sleeping. How do you say the body has no existence in deep sleep state? Sense organs also don't exist in deep sleep state. Mind also does not exist in deep sleep state. Don't we see this person sleeping, having body, sense organs, mind? But where that person is, where we are, in the waking state, that everything is there. But this fellow has withdrawn himself from the waking world, from the dream world. He is in his own world called this Suptaha Sampasanna. So even though the sleeper appears to be here, he is not here. He is not in our world. When a person is sleeping, we think that he is sleeping here, but he is not sleeping in our world. He is not sleeping in dream world, he is sleeping in his own world, where the gross body is not there, the subtle body is not there. And for anything that by which we can feel that I am there, those things are not there, therefore I may feel I am not there. Atmani vinashitvadi pratitehe. So Indra thought that Atma is nashtaha. Atma has disappeared in deep sleep state. So Prajapati should explain. Yes, there is something that dies, but not what you think. When I say I am sitting on the chair, something is sitting on the chair. What is sitting on the chair? I say I am sitting on the chair. The I am is not sitting. Who is sitting? The body is sitting. What difference it makes, Swami? They are like splitting hair. Is it not so? What difference does it make? Sara karmani manasya sanyasyaste sukham vashi navadvare puredehi naiva kurvanna karayan. Lord Krishna says that the wise person has given up all identification of the body, and therefore now he happily dwells in the city of 9 gates, in the city of body. The wise person dwells in the city of the body. Then where do we dwell? See, the wise person dwells in the city of the body. The otherwise persons also dwells in the body. Everybody dwells in the body, is it not so? But he knows that I am dwelling in the body. I think that I am the body. The difference is, with the otherwise person, he thinks I am the body. So where are you sitting, Swamiji? On the chair. If you ask a wise person, what is sitting on the chair? The body is sitting on the chair. Ask me, who is sitting on the chair? I am sitting on the chair. Big difference. Wise person says, the body is sitting on the chair. I say, I am sitting on the chair. What difference it makes, Swami? Anyway, it makes all the difference. I am sitting, so I am not standing, I am far apart from you, different. Sitting gives me some pain here, this, that. Sitting may have its own problems, standing, everything has a problem. So the moment I describe myself as identified with the body, various things will naturally come in. So, Atmani Vinashitvadi Pratitehe. Oh. So, when Prajapati should explain that you are right, Indra, something does die. Indra thought that Atma dies. Now, Indra's conclusion that Atma dies may be wrong, but there is some basis. Something does die because of which Indra thought Atma dies. Something does die. The deep sleep state, the body is not there, mind is not there, sense organs are not there. Therefore, Indra, what is subject to death? So now here the final verse, Atma Anatma Viveka is being taught to Indra. Aupadikatvat, that in deep sleep state, Atma dies is because the death that belongs to body is superimposed upon the Atma and Atma is taught to die. That is called superimposition. I am fat, I am lean, I am tall, I am short. What is tall? What is short? What is fat? What is lean? The body. What do they say? I am fat, I am lean, I am tall, I am short. Which means I am taking the body to be myself and then thinking of myself that way. Swata Atma Amruta Abhayadi Rupa Shuddha iti. Indra, what dies is something else. Atma does not die. Atma by himself is Etad Amrutam Abhayam Etad Brahma. Hey, you are Amrutam, immortal. Abhayam, you are fearless. Brahma, you are limitless. This word now Indra is essentially ready after so many years of tapasya. How many years of tapasya did you count? First, they came 32 years. Then Prajapati called them, now why have you come here? You come to gain knowledge of Atma. Then he said, Akshini Purusha. Came back another 32 years. Yesha Swapne Mahiyamanas Charati, dreamer. Came back another 32 years. Yesha Suptaha Samastaha Suprasannaha. Then 5 years. 32, 5. That makes what? 101 years. Yeah. That is why it is well known in the world that even Indra also spent 101 years to gain this knowledge. So Vashyakara says, Evam kila etat indratvadavi gurutaram. This knowledge of the self is gurutaram, is greater than even the state of being Indra. Indra gave up Indratvam. Indra went leaving all his Indratvam. The Indra-ness is all his luxury and his power. That's called Indratvam. Indra gave up the Indratvam, meaning Indra-ness he gave up. He just went as an ordinary person. So, Indratvam is what state of being Indra is, that he is the king of the three, the three worlds, and he has this power, his luxury. All that he gave means what? He gave up Indratvam. Etat indratvadavi gurutaram. Etat brahmajnanam. Bhashyakara says that, look at this. This knowledge of self, knowledge of Brahma is greater than even the state of being Indra. Because Indra left everything and just took his body with himself and went to Prajapati. Indrena api mahata yatnena. And even none less than Indra. Mahata yatnena ekottara varsha satam. Indra also took 101 years, and don't think that Indra lived in luxury for 101 years. He lived the life of brahmacharya, meaning serving the teacher, meaning that putting with all the discomforts, you are in Rushikesh or Uttarkashi serving the teacher, there are no bore wells there. The source of water is the Ganges. Every morning this disciple wakes up, goes down, a bucket of water comes up, another bucket of water comes up. 101 years like that. Cooks for the teacher or bakes bhiksha for the teacher and feeds the teacher. And teacher may have a couple of cows, so he takes them out for grazing. Teacher may have a small little kutia, he cleans up and does everything. Knowledge doesn't come like this in living in ashrams like that with all the facilities. The first thing that people ask, do you have air conditioners here or not? Our Puja Swami just give them as much facility as they get at their home. So they did not feel that we are missing something. And then they can focus attention on learning. But not those days. Anyway, not that I am different from you anyway, I am also enjoying the same luxuries here. So, Mahatayatnena Ekottara Varsha Shata Kruta Ayasena. The effort that is made over 101 years, none less than Indra. Praptam Atmajnanam, that is when Indra got self-knowledge. Ataha natah param purusharthantaram asti. By this anecdote, this story, Upanishad wants to tell us that there is no greater purushartha, no greater end to be achieved than Atmajnanam, self-knowledge. Because what was lacking with Indra? Nothing. Indra stands for someone who has accomplished everything that we can think of. Wealth and power and fame and name and everything he has. That is what the world considers as mark of success. A wealthy person is successful, famous person is successful, powerful person is successful. Indra has everything, and therefore he fits the description of a successful person in every way. All of that he renounced. That's called Vairagya. Because this knowledge is greater than Indratvam, greater than being Indra also. So what Indra did, of course Virochana also did that, we should accept that. He also gave up everything. But that is called Vairagya. Here when we come to ashram, we bring our laptops and our cell phones and our other stuff, which we need, minimum comfort. Not that he should not, but then, Indra did not take any attendants with him. He left all of them behind him, all by himself. Atah param purusharthantaram nasti. There is no greater human end than Atmajnanam. This is Atmajnanam stauti. Yes, by the anecdote of Indra, what the Shruti means to do is stauti. It extols, it praises the self-knowledge, that there is nothing greater than self-knowledge. So at this point then, now, Prajapati continues his teaching, we will continue. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.